Alright, y'all. So, it is the big Monday, and it was MLK Day today. The big Martin Luther King. Brother had a dream. Word around town is that traders' dreams are different than MLK's, including those of which are African American traders, which, I guess, bro. Anyways, beside that fact, no trades today for me. I know a couple people took some trades, caught some longs, where somebody caught a long here. Comboed some 5-minute, but it didn't even inverse on the 5, so I don't even know how that's possible. There is a 4-minute. Somebody probably caught this, I'd imagine. But like genuinely just up to like the 5-minute body of 3-minute or something. It's kind of just targeting the range of these equal highs. And obviously you could have targeted all the way up to London high at close at 9:30. I'm sure somebody did this, bro. Just wasn't a solid day for me. It just didn't align with my I've drawn a blank. Didn't align with my trading plan. There's the word I'm looking for. So wasn't a solid trade for me. Tomorrow should be fire though. Hopefully we'll move down pre-market because I'd like to see movement up into this NWOG, and from there we could seek the higher draws and liquidity if we break above the NWOG. If not, like, there's decent draws below, like there'll be the previous day low, but beyond that, the closest thing we have to another DOL is these low resistance lows and these high resistance lows. So, and if we really wanted to, just to get rid of this chop and take out a bunch of draws and liquidity that we have resting from previous weeks of not taking out draws. There's also this. Come on, decently significant. Anyways, so there's draws to take it to the downside, but there's lots of closely stacked previous day, all kind of stacked up here. Then we have these highs here, all these equal highs, relative equal highs, I should say. All of those. This is technically also a relative equal high with kind of. This is for sure. Along with that, so we have lots of draws on the to the upside, and just overall kind of planning. What I'm gonna do is, instead of filming me actually trading in the morning, I'm gonna do little recaps, just because it's just gonna be easier for me, and often mornings I'm in trading calls. It's just easier if I do filming recaps in the afternoons. Then I just have, like I've been kind of talking about lots, having my systematic routine set, and especially for when I graduate on Friday. Everything after that will be very essential to have systematic routines, or I will most likely fall off the bandwagon quite quick. Anyways, Regardless of all that, what did I have to talk about? What else did I have to talk about, I should say? I'm drawing another blank here. Bit of a long day we had, and I got like 5 hours of sleep last night. Not ideal. I was on a call with a buddy from like 9 till 12, and then I woke up at 10 to 5. Also, no run this morning. It was bank holiday. I was tired. I slept in and I hung out with my dog for a little bit and got some time to hang out with my parents this morning. Didn't take any trades. Prep for some little exam thing, little foods exam. Anyways, I'm going to do a little bit of back testing today. But this is just kind of my plan for the week. Let me just check what news we have. Hopefully I'm not capturing everything. Yeah, I'm not. Okay. So, tomorrow we have all day. Oh, this is all week that we have this stupid stuff, man. Except for Thursday. It's the WEF annual meetings. So I don't know what kind of impact central bankers, prime ministers, finance ministers, trade ministers. Yikes. So looks like it's an all-day event. Most likely meaning price will be a lot more volatile. Yeah, can create significant market volatility. So we'll have to be cautious with that. And we have GDP on Thursday. And we have PCE. Jeez. And we have flash PMI manufacturing and services on Friday at 6:45, which is 9:45 EST. And we have University of Michigan consumer sentiment at 7. The week after looks actually not that bad. We have FOMC on the Wednesday, PPI on Friday, Thursday's unemployment claims, Monday's just orange folder, kind of insignificant stuff, Tuesday's new home sales, RMI, and consumer confidence, CB. That's not horrible. This week, I'll have to see how markets affected with the WEF. It should be fine. It shouldn't be that bad. I'll definitely ask a few people about that, though, because I don't remember ever having traded through WEF meetings before. Typically in the past, I've avoided every bit of red folder news. Anyways, it was good for me to be taking a break from the markets today. I know people caught trades, but after my bad psych day on Friday, it was just kind of a bit of a realization that I need to lock in my psych and go one day during the week without trading fully. Actually, I was looking at the charts. I did see that setup, and I was just like, yo, that's not it. It's not for me. So that was good. It was kind of necessary. So, anyways, let's hop into some little back testing. Back testing time is what's going on right now. La backtesting session. Got that 4-hour gap. Something on the daily, maybe. It is a little daily gap. Looks like we are working on respecting that. 11:30. Oh, better change this over. Bro, I'm gonna. Okay, instead of me doing this, let's just quickly recover this. All right. Be nice if we could take out this internal high. 615. Or the internal high here. $20.25. It looks like we don't really want to seek that out. Any opportunity for an inverse? Huge 5-minute, really. We'll just mark that out here as well. And do we have any SMTs today? Not a single SMT to be seen. Crazy. Well, I think it's decently obvious that Price's objective is to make a move down. But, yeah, man. Oh, it's just kind of cooked. I'd like to say because it's just a random Tuesday. There must have been news here. That's just not high probability enough for me, dude. We got to see something a little bit more than that. Okay, well, we've seen an attempt for a reversal here. Overall, that looks decent. If we can reach back up in, I'm fine to take this. But we don't. That's also fine with me. Draws to the upside look stronger anyways, so if we go and we take out this London low, we like maybe go to where we are for good lord, man. Potential SMT. No, maybe an SMT with the London low. Let's see. Ooh. Yes, there is an SMT. So the leading index here. Oh, it looks like we actually end up taking that out. Not a whole lot of higher time frame inverse opportunity anyways. If we could load the 4-minute, that would be so great, man. This is the closest inverse we have here right now, but I don't think that's gonna work. I think we push lower. Oh, we're trying to reach the. Oh, well, there's an obvious NWOG here. that we're trading in. Okay, so actually that short would have been pretty strong. I didn't realize there was an NWOG. So I was missing some context there. Question is, what do we continue to do out and through the NWOG is the question. We maybe just like be like a normal chart, bro. Quit goofing. ES to me looks slightly more leading. We'll find out though. Yeah, this 5-minute inverse is strong. This is definitely ideal trades here. And do we even have a 15-minute closure to make a gap here? No, we don't. Hop on the one. Risk 3 here. Oh, really? It's kind of crazy work, actually. Maybe we're waiting to develop on the NQ. Let's see what we do here. Target probably the London high. Stops below this 5-minute. I think I'll remove my buy limit on ES here. It's technically left unmitigated. Gonna have to keep it careful with this stop loss though. Probably move it to, that's kind of break even right there. It's the best thing I got. All right, let's play this out. Okay, I'm gonna move stops to here because ES took that internal. ES would have been the ideal pair to trade here, but there wasn't a strong inverse to enter off of. I mean, like there was this higher up one, but I would have much rather taken the lower inverse. But yeah, there was definitely entry opportunity all through there. And it was the leading index, so come to think of it, I should have taken that over this on NQ. But we'll just calmly drag stops and see what we do off of it. I'm going to assume that we're going to make a move down off of this and get stopped. If we could move to take out the internal high, at least on NQ, it'd be ideal. Okay, we take out the internal high. Gonna move that to there. Looks like we keep pushing up. Drag stops to here. Solid trade there. Yeah, those shorts just weren't good. Like very high confidence for me. Like, yeah, we had a super strong draw on liquidity. This is probably like a TGR takeable trade. Just that's a market experience trade. you just know so much about the market, and when a draw on liquidity is that strong, such as an NWOG, and I think that's probably what's going to happen tomorrow, something similar. I'd rather catch either the inverse of the NWOG or the reversal of it over the trade to it, unless there's a solid trade to it. So it's pretty solid. I do have to watch the time. At 4, I need to start getting ready to go to the gym. Just responding to some text right now. I'll just cut the video from here. Alright, y'all. Hit a little TGR motivation and shit. Okay, we gotta genuinely stop capping with this London high. Let's see how the rest of this trading day played out. Consolidated, moved higher, consolidated, moved higher. Yeah, there's definitely a bigger move to be had. Probably a retap into this 4-hour. I need to keep that in mind coming into these next few trading weeks. Is that I don't have to end my move so early. And also, we should genuinely be tapping in here. Not just on ES, but on NQ. But that doesn't happen. Either way, it would be valid to like I take profits at the London high here, but like realistically, I could have set take profit to these internal highs. I could have set them to these internal highs, which we ended up reaching, and realistically, I should have targeted this daily gap and moved stops each time with this. At this point, it's almost 10 o'clock. I probably would have just taken profits for the day at like 9:50, 10 o'clock. This candlestick down would have been, I would have just been like, alright, I'm just going to enter out for sure. It's debatable. I'm happy to have taken profits here, and maybe have taken a secondary trade somewhere in through here. Like, you know, there is another 5-minute inverse here. But again, each one of these pushes, we take internal highs, then we end up moving further. But not necessarily an invalid continuation. Like, of course I can't set the stop loss to see what that would be, but anyways, that's a solid sesh right there. Solid dub. Let's move into the next trading day, because this trading week here that we're looking at right now is pretty well astronomically similar to the one that we're going to be trading this upcoming week. Anyways, I'm kind of taking this video a little bit slow because I'm realizing more and more over time that I need to be taking my trades slower, which is completely valid, by the way. You don't need to be super quick with trades, because that brings upon forcing trades. Not a good thing, obviously. Even if you take profits from them, bro, it's never a good thing. Anyways, it looks like we have another high time frame fair value gap development here. Probably something on the hourly, maybe a small 4-hour. Something that we're probably going to inverse. We're at 2 a.m. 5. Okay, and then we'll run up 5:30 and 6. So we're now just before market open. We're back into this high time frame fair value gap. We got to see where we want to move off of that. We did not really, we're still respecting this, and within that we have an internal hourly bearish gap as well that we're respecting as inverses. So we're disrespecting bearish PD arrays, and there's not a whole lot of bullish PD arrays to be had. 4 hour. Technically respecting this 4 hour. This is kind of a fair value gap within a fair value gap within a fair value gap. So it's a bit of a kill zone for sure. I'm going to take it on the 5 minute on this one. This is kind of neutral bias for the day so far because, yeah, we have strong draws to the downside. Lots, actually. Be nice to take out this liquidity here. And the fact that we didn't make a move all the way down to this liquidity is slightly alarming. So, I mean, I guess it's pretty high resistance, and it was quite far off of the NWOG. That's kind of valid, actually. So that might just be left behind. But we'll see how we react off of this 4 hour, or is this daily gap? It might be daily gap. Or am I? And it is a 4 hour. I think it is a daily gap, actually. It is indeed a daily gap. What do you know? The more you know, as they say. So we'll see how we react off that. That's pretty significant. And we did just come up out of an NWOG. If ES pushes up above this, the question is what kind of liquidity. We have this liquidity here. And we have a resting probably, well, we have the 1 hour gap here as well as a targetable area. Ooh, did not mean to do that. Let's just kind of bring this over here. Switch this to the hourly. Similarly on NQ, I wouldn't complain if we made an SMT of these highs. Definitely more achievable on ES. Anyways, let's just hop on the 5 minute because it's kind of hard to predict price action. We're making kind of obvious moves up just purely, well, mostly due to these gaps. We have the same or similar gaps on, once again, disrespecting the bearish ones, respecting bullish ones. Is there an internal hourly that we're respecting right now? This one's been touched. This one we're respecting still. So yeah, definitely sitting more so bullish on the day. But we'll see how we react off of market open. Probably seek out London low. Okay, internal SMT with London low. Was that here? I want to say. I think it was there. Or, yeah. Okay. Let's hop on the 1 minute and see how we. Actually, that doesn't really matter on this. Immediately start making a push up. So far, nothing to really go off of on ES. Considering this SMT, I would be happy to take any low time frame inversion, preferably not a 1 minute. But this 1 minute wasn't even valid, bro. That's so yikes. Is there an older inverse? Nothing older that I can target. Anything decent on NQ. No 5 minute, no 4 minute. None of small 2 minute, decent one. Insanely tiny 2 minute. I'd rather look at this 1 minute, to be honest with you, but this is the higher time frame. So can we make anything off of this? Let's see. Oh wait, what? Why is that moving so oddly? 2 minute. I'd like to be moving on the 2 minute, please. Or I can just kirk myself. I don't even care, man. That's fine with me. So is that a closure? 4655. I'm happier to wait for an inverse here. Like, yeah, trade could be valid on NQ. It'll probably end up working out with this 2 minute inversion. Definitely gonna work out. I would much rather be trading ES. So let's just wait for a 5 minute gap development. Still nothing, so not exactly thrilled with that, but if we can consolidate for a few here and then make a move. Oh boy. Oh wait, what? We made a 5 minute here. Like, what the helly? There's just nothing super clean to enter off of here. Like, make any 15 minutes is the question. This is indeed the question, because that would be the ideal thing to move off of. Plus, we've done everything past being valid for this SMT since a fat minute ago, so not even a valid SMT anymore. High time frame SMTs probably will create one. Let's just see how we move. I'm gonna be wanting to trade on NQ for a move to the downside. Let's see what we do here. We're on 15 minute here, right? Yeah, so we'll be able to see developments. Okay. Good 15 minute development. Yet another. So this is the new 15 minute I'd like to trade through. And it looks like we're already starting to trade through it. Okay. just watch the 5 minute here. At 3, no, push through, kind of just consolidated movement here. We should see heavy wickage in a moment here. I'm not trading anything until we inverse this 15. So let's just hop on the 15. Big push past. Good lord. That 5 minute closure would have been enough. And the highest time frame inverse we have below that is this 5 minute. If we can get an entrance off, that would be great. Nothing. Straight nothing. Straight dickery, as I like to say. Swept the London low there, so it's kind of unsure price action beyond this. Would have gotten tapped in for an entry there and a push lower to that Asian session low. Well, let's go back and see how valid that would actually be. 5 minute inverse. Technically high time frame retap into 4 hour and 1 hour. Not super high probability. Kinda happy I skipped out on this, to be honest with you. Good AMD, I guess. Definitely good AMD. And actually, damn boy. Yes, made moves. But also no valid inverse on the 5 minute, which is definitely the only thing I'd be willing to trade here. And yeah, like that's not a clean enough V shape for me to be like, oh yeah, this 5 minute inverse right here, we're taking that. Yeah, it would have hit. And the draws to the downside were definitely a lot better. But let's just see, like, this is a pretty clean V, definitely some consolidation. Once again, like, yeah, I could have done this and it actually would have ended up being perfect. I could have just put stops there. BE here. TP's down at the Asian low. That's just not overly probable. Like, it's already 9:30 here, man. Like, I'd be off for the day by now. I would have moved to BE probably maybe after we move to the end of the consolidated range. So by about now, move to BE for sure. And like realistically from here, bro, it's already like almost 10 o'clock. I'd just target the New York AM. But still, this isn't a trade I'd take. Plays out nice, but not a trade I'd take. Unless, I mean, like, let's do some bar cutting here. Let's do some bar cutting. All right. Let's chop it back to here. I'm sorry. Where did this come from? Oh, that's that consolidated range. This is the 5 minute inverse. Is it also within a 15? Let's find out. Yes, it is. Would have been a good trade. Both swept London low, though, which is a good thing we didn't make an SMT. If anything, we made relative equal lows. Good tap into the inverse after some consolidation. Solid move down. Yeah, it's a decently probable trade. Only reason why I don't necessarily mess with it that much. We were definitely continuing down though, like that's pretty obvious continuation. Is the fact that we swept the London low after not having grabbed it. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the London low. Why is that showing as the London? That's genuinely got me messed up. We'd already swept London low here. Right? We already swept London low here. So that's just us sweeping an internal low, really. That's pretty internal. We didn't necessarily. Okay, so minor reversal off of sweeping the London low from ES because we hadn't earlier is what happened. I've got to fix that because that genuinely had me messed up. If I had known that that was to 630, London, it shouldn't be like 629. Like, can I just do that? Even then, it still messes up and shows at 645. That's weird. It's very weird. Should not do that. Okay, that's decent enough backtesting session for now. I'm going to do more later. Probably going to do it on call with a buddy. Maybe film that. That would be kind of chill. I debatably would have taken this trade. Did we make a high time frame SMT though? No. Like if we made a high time frame SMT, like 100% I'm taking that. That's full continuation, for sure. The continuation was pretty obvious though. We respected the 4 hour, right? Tapped into the 1 hour and then made a move down. So we didn't inverse the 4 hour. That's a pretty valid trade. I think I would have taken that, all things considered. Yeah, saying that this is just an internal low and it wasn't actually London low. Could have kept stops tight as well. Yeah, that's I think that would have been high enough probable trade for me to be taking. Anyways, I'll be back later with more back testing. Either this will be the end of the video or I'll get some more filming material and then I'll upload later. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for now. So if this is the end, peace. If there's more after this, peace for now. Regardless, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. So, yeah. Alright, y'all. So it's a little later. Just purely due to the lack of my sleep last night. I'm gonna go to bed a little early tonight, so I'm not gonna continue back testing. Spent a little too much time at the gym. Low key, bro. I'm gonna what's it called? I'm drawing a blank. Lots of blank drawings today. I'm probably gonna not hit up the gym that's not in my school. So like not be hitting up the gym outside of school hours until I graduate on Friday. Either way, most days I work, so I might as well extend the time until I get a like proper monthly subscription or membership, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, so that's kind of the plan for the rest of the week and just lock in hella on back testing. I also want to come in strong tomorrow because tomorrow's looking like a potentially fire day. Let me just double check that news. I think it's just that stupid meeting thing. Yeah, the WEF meetings. Yeah. So that's just like all day. Dang. All right. Yeah, no, that's chill though. I think we should be able to manage that. It's just gonna be more volatile, but that should be all right. Anyways, I'm gonna edit this video and I'm gonna hit the sack, bro. I'm already ready for bed. So peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back testing, recapping any trades that I take. Hopefully tomorrow's a good successful trading day. Should be. I think there's lots of potential tomorrow. Yeah, peace for now.